Hi guys, I'm David with Media Unlocked, and today we're going to be looking at the GVM 200D LED light. It's 200 watt LED light with a Bowens mount. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up the case and we're going to go over everything that comes with the light. Now, just to let you guys know, this is the second light like this that I actually have because I really like it. GVM did send it out to me to test. Something that they've updated that they did not have the first time. The first model I got, which is the same exact one, as they've added a case. So I love that now you get a carrying case. So let's open up the case and let's see what's inside. So we got cables, we got your reflector, and then the light itself with its diffuser right here. So we'll put all that right here. And then you've got a whole case that everything fits into, which is fantastic. Now, if you're someone like me, where I have multiple lights like this, then I have my own bag. But if you're only got one bag or you've got only one or two lights, and that is the best way to keep things compact, it is really nice to have instead of just having a loose light, which is what I have for the first light. So I've been using this light for a little bit over a month now, and I absolutely love it. Actually, technically speaking, I've been using it for 2 or 3 months now because I bought my first one a couple months back. I've been testing out this specific light for about a month now, and I really like it. Like I said, I already have the same exact model. I bought it a couple months before this one, but this thing is fantastic. It's 200 watts. It's quite powerful. The only thing that I would say is comparable to it at the price range at $375 are the Godox systems, which are really nice as well. But this has an aluminum build, and we're not going to dive like super deep into everything. We'll kind of brush over all the basic settings here, but I really want to talk about how I use it and what it does to help with my actual workflow when I'm doing commercial work, because that's what I use these things for. I have 2 of them actually positioned right here at me. I'll pop up a picture right now, but I've got 2 of them. The one on the right is my other 200D. And then I've got the Godox on the left side, just to let you guys know. And I absolutely love them because they're really easy to set up. You can dive right into a job. I show up, I plug in, I'm going. I even have a portable battery bank that I do so that I can have these lights on the go if I'm not around power, and I can power them that way for about a half an hour to 45 minutes if we're doing a shoot. So the compactness is really nice. They also take the Bowens mount. So I love using modifiers. I'm huge into light. So light's really big for me. Designing light, figuring out how I want to light stuff, to figuring out what feeling and emotion I want to pull out when it comes to lighting stuff. So these lights are really easy because I can just switch out. Just like if you use the speed light as a photographer, you can just switch out the different types of modifiers there. And there's a ton of different ones. So like I've got a beauty dish one here, and this gives me like super soft light. And this is fantastic for when I do like headshots and stuff. So I can use the continuous light to help fill in if I need to, or I use this if I'm doing video and I'm maybe doing an interview or something like that. And I only need like 1 of these lights. 2 is preferable, 3 would be excellent. But really 1 is enough in most situations to have your lighting good enough for a really nice interview. And if you're going for, depending on where you're at and depending on what type of lighting you're going for, you can get all kinds of different looks with different modifiers. So that's the really nice thing, is I have a bunch of Bowens modifiers that I use for my speed light that I now use for these lights, and they just make my overall experience in shooting and setting up lighting and controlling it so much better. I've used the LED panels. They're fantastic, don't get me wrong, but this system is so much nicer. So let's talk a little bit. I know I've been rambling on about light just in general here, but let's talk a little bit about this unit specifically, because there's a lot of really nice features that it has. Like I said, at the $375 to $400 mark, I've seen it as cheap as $325, but I've also seen them as much as $500. So it's 200 watts, which is fantastic. You get, I think, 20 feet of cord, and you get your reflector here. But the light itself, you get your little diffusion here that you take off. I never use this. I always take this off and then put my modifier on, so I've never actually left this on for a shoot. The build is aluminum. I don't mind that because it's really lightweight and it's compact. The fan is really not loud at all, which is great if you're shooting video and you're capturing audio. You do not want that fan to be loud because it can just interfere with your video. So in the back, it's really easy to set up, and the really nice thing is something that we just added to the table is power. So we can actually plug this light in, and I can show you guys a few things that I like about it. And we're going to also talk about the app, because the app is going to be something for some people that is going to be so valuable. All right, so and I will kind of punch in here so you guys can kind of see. But, so you have, if you notice right here, you've got a couple different variations of different options. So you have, and what you do is you hit the mode here. So app, this is just regular rotate. So this is just the regular control. And then you have slave, master, and app. So you've got these 4 different options here. So if you want it to be controlled by the app, you just take it right into the app. And the really cool thing is you just go into your phone, open up GVM, it will look for anything that's set to app. And then you can set up groups. You can even set up scenes to where like it remembers the exact lighting setup that I want for this specific setup. And so next time I set up, I can go into that scene and just click it, which is really nice. However, it's a very simple setup, 100% power, and I think I'm using 56K. So again, so you've got these different options. Then you can rotate here. So say you're all the way up at if you're all the way up at rotate right here, you can bounce. So you can bounce between Kelvin. So that's power. That's how much power we're inputting right here, right there. And then we can hit that, and now we can control the Kelvin temperature, the white balance, which is really easy. And then if you go down here into app, then you can pick your channel in the app, so what channel you want to be on, but the app will control the power and the Kelvin temperature. So we'll turn this back down. We'll just hit this button, and then we'll turn this all the way back down and turn it off. So it's very easy to use. Now, I thought because some of you may get a little confused in how the app works, I thought we'd just do a quick tutorial on that, as there probably isn't as many videos of people showing you how to use the app. So let me log into my phone here, and let me go on and hit the record button, and then let me make sure that we got mic on here. All right, guys, and then I'm just going to do a clap so I can sync this audio up, so this video will make it easier for you guys to watch. Okay, so actually we're going to go back out, we're going to go back in. And like I said, this is the second light that I have like this. So the other one is up here. We're using it. So I have full control of it over here. So as you guys can see, I am now in the phone. But what I'm going to do is I want to turn this on, make sure it's an app. And we will actually, let me turn the light all the way down first. And now let's put it in app. Okay. And now I have the other one, so let me click on it, and hopefully I'm selecting the correct one. It's super simple to do. And I think I selected my other one. So switch device, let's go to the other one, and hopefully this is the correct one. And now I'm controlling it completely with the app. And so we can just put a little bit of power, and then I can change my white balance or Kelvin temperature, as you guys can see right here, which is super nice. Now, oops, whoo, that is bright. So you have channels over here. If you see, you have the different channels that you can select, and you can hit My Scene and then save stuff right here. So if you're going to set up this way for a shoot on a regular basis and do it over and over again, and you know you need exactly an 89% and you need 33 Kelvin, well, guess what? You can save that scene, which is really nice. But as you guys can see, it's very intuitive. Long as this is switched to app and you have Bluetooth on your phone, boom, you're connected, you're in control. Far as this is concerned, it works pretty flawless, which is fantastic if you're going to be controlling multiple lights. However, I do 2 or 3 lights at a time, so I just do manually from light to light. I've used this for multiple shoots. We use it a lot for interviews, so I'll pop up some interview footage that we used it for. We also have used it a lot for, it's one of the main lights that we use here at Media Unlocked in the studio. This is our new studio setup, by the way, guys. Thought this would be a great video for it. Really big fan of it. At the price point, I wish it was around like $300 to $400, or right at the $300 price point would be nice. However, I have looked at other similar lights that put out a similar amount of power, aperture being one of them. Now, the quality of the aperture's build may be a tad bit better in the aspect of like being able to take a little bit more abuse. They're a little bit more commercial, less, I guess, non-commercial work. But you're looking at, you know, almost double the price for the same amount of wattage. Now I haven't put them up against each other to see if one puts out more than the other, but I would think that that extra amount of money probably is not worth it. I don't know. But far as this is concerned, very happy with it. I really appreciate GVM to send this out to me, letting me test it out and having some fun with it. And as always, guys, I'll catch you next time.
Let's go.